Hello, welcome to LMU Tri-State News. I'm Ashley Hurley. Thank you for joining us for another edition of local and campus news, sports, and entertainment. Let's get started with this week's top stories. Although it seems Mother Nature doesn't know what she wants to do, that is not stopping the spring and summer lovers. Over the past few weeks, the Tri-State area has seen an increase in motorcycles on the roads. This trend is only going to continue, and you will see more and more motorcycles traveling as the weather continues to get warmer. To keep you and the motorcyclists safe on the roadways, we spoke with Motorcycle Brigade member and Sergeant with the Claiborne County Sheriff's Office, Ashley Hurley.
Before a passenger vehicle pulls out from a side street onto the highway, he needs to look both ways twice because it's hard to see a motorcycle. Also, the motorcyclist needs to wear safety green if possible. That way the passenger vehicles can see the motorcycles coming. In Tennessee, you can wear a DOT approved helmet, which is one like I've got right here, DOT approved. It's what they call the half shell helmet, but you can also wear the full face helmet. They do offer more protection. Motorcyclists coming from Kentucky, Ohio, there are states that allow you to ride a motorcycle without a helmet. When entering in Tennessee law, you have to have a helmet while operating a motorcycle on public highways. If they don't stop and put their helmets on in the state of Tennessee, when they are spotted by Tennessee troopers, county officers, city officers, they will be stopped and ticketed.
Throughout the next few weeks, we will be bringing you more tips on motorcycle safety as well as bicycle safety. If you have any specific questions you would like to ask about traveling safety, message us on our Facebook page, LMU-TV. According to the Claiborne County Chamber of Commerce website, the community continues to grow by population, and this fall it is going to get even bigger. The first class of the College of Veterinary Medicine begins this fall, bringing 85 students in. By fall 2015, we will see 185 students, and by fall 2016, 285 students. Within 3 years, the school will need housing available for nearly 300 additional professional students in the area. Housing will need to be big enough for students bringing family along, and inside dogs and cats, and even some are bringing their beloved horses. With this information, we went out and started looking for housing information for these students. There are apartments available on campus, but these apartments are not pet friendly, which is not ideal for the group of students. Roger Ball of Ball Realty is one of the local realty office who rents near Cumberland Gap High School and throughout the community. He currently has 117 units available and would like to see those units filled within the next few months. This week we will be speaking with other realtors about rental options in the Harrogate and Ewing communities to find out what options are available. We will be looking at specifics for the veterinary students that include fenced-in yards as well as cable internet. Be sure to tune in next week for more information on this story. The DeBus College of Osteopathic Medicine, in partnership with Claiborne 24/7 Fitness, will be hosting their annual Fitness Expo this Saturday. It will take place in the parking lots of American Rental and Claiborne 24/7 Fitness. The event is free and the community is invited to attend. The expo will include several vendors and activities that include a few of those: fitness competitions, mountain biking and hiking information, nutrition information, tobacco cessation, and free health screenings. In addition to the event, LMU DCOM students will be handing out information on osteopathic medicine in celebration of National Osteopathic Medicine Week, which runs from April 13th to April 19th. There are several other agencies that will be participating, and for the full list of those agencies, check out our Facebook page. And for more information on the event, you can contact Jeffrey Simmons at Simmons33 at jsimmons33@hotmail.com. Fishermen, get those boats ready, get those reels ready, and get your tackle boxes ready because one of the largest fishing tournaments in the Tri-State area is just around the corner. The Rojo Charitable Trust and Fishing Club is selling tickets for their annual fishing tournament that takes place at the Beach Island Resort and Marina just past the Highway 33 bridge. This tournament marks the 44th annual fundraising campaign. 100% of the money raised from the ticket sales is used for the annual Rojo Christmas shopping spree. The shopping spree allows a select number of children in the Tri-State area to buy Christmas presents. Tickets are $5 each or $150 for 30 tickets, which supports one child for the shopping spree. When you purchase a ticket, you are automatically registered for the fishing tournament. Tournament winners will receive a cash prize. Door prizes are available. The tournament will be held on May 3rd from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday, May 4th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Check out our Facebook page for a list of categories for the tournament and an extended list of where tickets can be purchased. You can purchase tickets from two of our employees right here at LMU-TV, Larry Carter of Bluegrass for Breakfast and Rusty Peace of the Real Splitter Athletic Report. To reach them, you can call 869-7095. The Abraham Lincoln Library and Museum will host Lincoln Scholars from around the country for the 2014 Lincoln Symposium, April 4th and 5th in Harrogate. It is entitled Lincoln and the War. The symposium will address issues facing Lincoln during his administration as a war president. The program will open with a banquet featuring Dr. Brian McKnight, Professor of History at University of Virginia at Wise. He will be the keynote speaker on Friday evening. Saturday will open with a continental breakfast, followed by the 4 remaining speakers and a panel discussion to close the symposium. Each speaker will discuss a different aspect of the Civil War and how Lincoln managed it. You can visit our Facebook page for a list of featured speakers for the event. Registration for the symposium is open. The cost to attend the entire program is $60 or $25 for the Friday banquet and $35 for the full day session on Saturday. For more information or to register, you can contact Program and Tourism Director Carol Campbell at 423-869-6439. To prove again that Mother Nature doesn't know what she wants to do, just last week the community experienced another blast of winter weather when snow arrived in the area. What you are seeing now is video from Grant Lee Hall right here on the campus of Lincoln Memorial University, and as you can see, it wasn't just a light flurry. Many people are calling it the spring whiteout on campus. The ground was already so warm that the snow melted off fairly quickly, which didn't cause any driving hazards on the roadways. Snow one week, sunshine, and 70 the next. Welcome to the Tri-State area. Well, coming up after the break, a local politician retires from her position but is still on the ballot to run for that position. Will she still run for the position in the upcoming election? We have that information and more right here on LMU Tri-State News.
Looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? Visit University Medical Clinic. All providers are faculty members of LMU's DeBus College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available including family medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, and osteopathic manipulative medicine, with locations in Harrogate, Tazewell, and New Tazewell, and most insurance plans accepted. University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment. University Medical Clinic. When you're traveling throughout the Tri-States, stay smart at Holiday Inn Express of Middlesboro. With nearly 60 rooms to choose from, fitness center, full complimentary hot breakfast bar, and seasonal pool, Holiday Inn Express of Middlesboro is all about catering to your travel needs. Our rooms are all equipped with flat-screen TV, refrigerator, microwave, and we're conveniently located just seconds from the area's attractions. When you're on the road, stay smart at Holiday Inn Express, located on the Cumberland Gap Parkway, Middlesboro. Make reservations today by calling 606-248-6860.
I will help families adopt children from around the world and in our own backyard.
I am teaching ethics to the next generation of lawyers.
I will make a difference for the underserved of this region.
I will be an advocate for my clients.
As a prosecutor, I fought for those who couldn't speak for themselves.
I'm a lawyer and professor.
I will be a lawyer.
I will be a lawyer.
I will be a lawyer.
If you love your car or truck, let us help you keep it clean at Soapy J. Soapy J's has unlimited wash plans to fit every budget. Try our $5 express wash or one of our 3 monthly wash plans. The Wheel Deal, the Soapy J, or the new Blast Wax. With our monthly wash plans, if you pay with credit card, all you do is pay for the present month and your card will be billed on the first of each month. Don't forget, Soapy J's has free vacuums with any wash. Soapy J's Express Car Wash, open 7 days a week. Let us help keep your car or truck clean at Soapy J's. Soapy J's on the Cumberland Gap Parkway, Middlesboro.
3 people were transported to the hospital after an accident on Highway 63 Thursday afternoon. The accident happened at the intersection of Londonderry and Tipperell Road in the Arthur community. According to witnesses on the scene, a van pulling out from Londonderry attempting to go straight onto Arthur Road was hit on the passenger side by an oncoming vehicle. The van shot between two telephone poles while the oncoming vehicle, a Pontiac Grand Am, spun twice before stopping in the middle of the road on Tipperell Road. The drivers of both vehicles and a passenger from the Grand Am were all transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Sheriff's Office is assisting the Tennessee Highway Patrol in the investigation. In a press conference last Friday, Bell County Judge Executive Albie Brock made the announcement that Bell County Clerk Becky Blevins has retired from her position. According to Brock, the county attorney delivered a note from Blevins stating her decision. Blevins' decision comes weeks after a Pulaski County Court judge dismissed the charges against her. Over the past few months, the clerk's office has been closed several times without hardly any notice, and according to Brock, the Middlesboro office was closed completely without notice. Brock explained that he had not spoken with Blevins since he received the note. Brock appointed Bob Links as the clerk until the elections are over. He said he would not appoint someone who was running for office to the position. New staff is being recruited in an attempt to get an appropriate staffing level. There are plans to reopen the Middlesboro office once those levels are adequate. It is still unclear if Blevins will run for the position after her retirement. A female on the run for several months put up quite the fight when officers located her at her parents' house. Officers received a tip that Wendy Green was at her parents' residence on Davis Road in the Sneedville community of Claiborne County. Officers went to the residence to try to locate Green. An officer with the Claiborne County Sheriff's Office entered the home at a side door. When he entered that door, Green attempted to escape the house through a sliding patio door where he had entered. Green met officers outside the home. They were able to put her in one handcuff before she put up a short struggle. She was, though, apprehended. After Green was in custody, officers performed a search and located a knife near the back door where that officer had entered the home. They stated that the knife was not there before he entered. It is unclear if Green was going to attempt to use the knife to injure one of those officers. Green was arrested on 2 long-standing warrants and remains in the Claiborne County Jail. Claiborne County Sheriff David Ray announced just last week that a Clairfield man remains in custody after search warrants were executed at his home. The Claiborne County Sheriff's Office and 8th Judicial Drug Task Force executed the search warrants at the home of 58-year-old Timmy Parks. The search warrants stem from an ongoing investigation that will continue. A substantial amount of prescription medication was seized from the home, along with approximately $3,000, as well as a Chevy pickup truck. Sheriff Ray is quoted as saying, "The evidence in this investigation will be presented to a Claiborne County grand jury where indictments will be expected. Anyone with information concerning illegal drug activity should notify the Claiborne County Sheriff's Office at 423-626-3385. All calls are confidential." A father-son duo was recently found guilty by a jury on drug charges. 33-year-old Robert Allen Stilson, along with his father, 57-year-old Robert Arthur Stilson of New Tazewell, were found guilty after a 2-day jury trial in Claiborne County Criminal Court. Both were indicted by a Claiborne County grand jury on felony drug charges. Former Assistant District Attorney for the 8th Judicial District Attorney's Office, Jared Effler, prosecuted this case and is quoted as saying he is very pleased with the jury's verdict. The Stilson sentencing is scheduled for April 21st. If you are new to the area here in the beautiful Tri-State area, and to even those who grew up here, you may not realize that we have several hidden treasures right here that many people don't get to experience. For this segment of Here at Home, we go exploring the caves and learn information from park rangers with the Cumberland Gap National Park.
Cumberland Gap, we actually offer a couple of different tours. We actually offer tours of Hensley Settlement, and then of course the tour that we just did here at Gap Cave. This will allow you to go for a half-mile underground, actually let you get to see some beautiful formations, get you underground to understand actually all of these wonderful karst features that we have in the area, and to let you see maybe even some wildlife. This cave, like many others in the area, it does have a lot of formation, but this cave is mapped out at over 17 miles at the moment and growing. You know, we're still finding more and more stuff. I'd say that you'd be hard-pressed to find a cave that has more historical significance than this. We have things ranging from the days of pioneers, have tales of Thomas Walker and Daniel Boone actually being right here Thomas Walker naming the cave. We have the names of Civil War soldiers written on the walls. Here in Gap Cave, you get to see a whole array of different phreatic and vadose formations, talking about whether or not they were formed underwater or in air. And you can actually see some fauna. You can actually see some bats, believe it or not. And when we see these different bats, you can actually get to learn about some of the things they do for you, like eating mosquitoes, and as well as diseases like white nose syndrome that may be affecting the bats, like the one that just flew by my ear. This tour entails about 1.5 miles of walking altogether, 183 stairs. You're doing actually a half-mile walk up to the cave, a half-mile through the cave, and then a half-mile back down. It is considered strenuous, but for a lot of people, they find that if they pace themselves, they'll be just fine. Please contact us at our visitor center at 606-248-2817, and we'll get you all the information. Through the summer, we actually do tours at 10 and 2 every day, apart from the Daniel Boone Visitor Information Center, actually here at the town of Cumberland Gap. But just call us and make reservations, and we'll get you scheduled. Anyway, this rock we know was a big chunk of the ceiling. It fell at some later point in the vadose state, meaning that it fell in air, not when the water was here. And we know that because the formations on the bottom of it are vadose formations. They look just like what we have up here. Look like these different soda straws. And if you look at the bottom side of it, hey, guess what? We find soda straws. Well, that lets us know that this is not something that happened just as the water was leaving or shortly thereafter. This was a long time. This is another part of that seismic shift. They estimate that somewhere in the 150 to 200 a year per cubic inch range. Yeah, and that varies greatly. But you will get you'll get very slow growth in some areas, and then in some areas you'll have stuff just like these handrails. We have areas that you could probably scrape a cubic inch off of it. They've just been here since the 90s. But it's all about the mineral content, how many, how acidic the water is, and just the path that it's leading. All the formations you're seeing, they've got the different colors. The white's calcite, the black is manganese. You're going to have some red that's iron oxide, yellow is sulfur. And a lot of times, just like what we're seeing here, you have a conglomerate. You have a lot of things mixed together, kind of running together, making some odd colors. And that's really pretty. These like that. These are all different paths of water that have all started intersecting one another. These are called speleogems, when something is carved out and it leaves them hanging down like that. But the water is the big key factor here. It's what is taking away to give us these caves, and it's what's giving back to give us all these beautiful formations.
Whether traveling for business or pleasure, Sleep Inn & Suites of Middlesboro, Kentucky invites you to dream better here. Located at the foothills of the Cumberland Gap, Sleep Inn & Suites offers luxurious rooms equipped with microwave fridge combo, desk, ergonomic chair, wireless internet, and 32-inch flat-screen TV. While staying with us, visit our fitness center, wake up to our complimentary hot breakfast bar, or have a bedtime snack with our fresh-baked cookies. Sleep Inn & Suites, located off Highway 25E, Middlesboro.
The J. Frank White Academy is more than a high school. Your child will have room to grow in mind, body, and spirit. Small, safe learning environments, individualized learning plans, and cutting-edge technology. Every child deserves a quality education in a safe, nurturing environment.
Our college prep program teaches a love of learning, self-discipline, and service to others. The Academy is fully accredited by Advanced Ed. You have a choice at the J. Frank White Academy.
No matter whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Subway of Harrogate and Middlesboro has your fresh interests at heart. On your way to work, try one of our mouth-watering breakfast sandwich or flatbread omelets. If it's lunch or dinner time, choose from our wide selection of classic, select, or premium sandwiches, all made to your order. If you're serving a crowd, Subway has sandwich platters, giant subs, box lunches, and even cookie platters. Whether it's dine in or carry out, you can eat healthy and eat fresh at Subway. Subway, 362 Catawba Avenue in Harrogate and on the corner of the Village Square Mall, Middlesboro.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Welcome to LMU Tri-State Sports. I'm Adam Plyler. Let's begin with Lincoln Memorial Softball. Pitchers Samantha Smith and Amanda Snow tossed gems in the Lady Rough Splitters sweep of Newberry College on Sunday at Dorothy Neely Field, winning Game 1 4-0 and Game 2 8-0. In Game 1, Samantha Smith was dominant, allowing only 2 hits in shutout action. The Lady Rough Splitters were held scoreless until the bottom of the third inning, scoring 2 runs, then adding 2 more in the fourth. In Game 1, Jacqueline Kokoroff went 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Game 2 saw an offensive explosion while the pitching was still stellar as Amanda Snow tossed her second complete game of the week, limiting Newberry to only 4 hits in the game while matching a season-high 8 strikeouts in the 8-0 win. Snow also went 4 for 4 from the dish, plating 3 RBIs. LMU capped the run rule in the 6th inning, ending the game and earning the sweep. The Lady Rough Splitters improved to 21-10 overall while improving to 7-3 in South Atlantic Conference play. The Lady Rough Splitters return to action Tuesday at home against Carson Newman University for a doubleheader. First pitch is scheduled for 2 p.m. Moving to the baseball diamond, due to snowy and wet conditions to Henderson Field in Mars Hill, North Carolina, the series between the Rough Splitters and the Lions were canceled this past weekend. The 2 teams weren't able to complete even 1 full inning on Saturday before a pair of rain delays sent the 2 teams away with a no contest. Snow and rain continued into Sunday and the field was deemed unplayable. LMU returns to action Tuesday for non-conference action against Shorter for a 3 p.m. first pitch at home. Due to league policy, the games against Mars Hill will not be rescheduled. The LMU tennis teams earned a conference sweep over Catawba College on Sunday in Salisbury, North Carolina, winning both matches 6-3. The Lady Rough Splitters faced an uphill climb after doubles play as Catawba took 2 of the 3 doubles matches. The ladies bounced back, winning all but 1 singles match on the afternoon. The Lady Rough Splitters moved to 6-4 in the season while moving to 3-2 in South Atlantic Conference play. Moving to men's action, the Rough Splitters earned their first conference win of the season by winning each of the singles matches with the 2 through 5 players while losing matches 1 and 6. LMU improves to 3-6 on the season while improving to 1-4 in conference play. In NCAA Division I men's action, the Final Four is finally set, and congrats to Big Blue fans. The Cats will make their 16th appearance in the Final Four, which is tied for 3rd of all time. They will play West Regional champion Wisconsin for an 8:49 tip on Saturday, April 5th. Kentucky beat all odds as an 8 seed and beat 9th-seeded Kansas State, 1-seeded Wichita State, 4th-seeded and defending champion Louisville, and most recently last year's national runner-up, the Michigan Wolverines. Awaiting the winner of that game will be the winner of top-seeded Florida versus 7th-seeded Connecticut. That game tips at 6:09 on Saturday night. Moving on to NASCAR, the STP 500 finished Sunday with a surprise winner in victory lane. Kurt Busch was average in the past, but turned around his luck at Martinsville with an impressive win at the half-mile track. Busch escaped the effects of some early race dramatics involving a pit road incident with Brad Keselowski to pass and hold off Jimmy Johnson in the final few laps on Sunday to win for the first time at Martinsville since 2002, also breaking an 83-race winless streak. Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Joey Logano, and Marcus Ambrose round out the top 5. The drivers head to Texas Motor Speedway next weekend. That's all for sports. After the break, Tiffany brings you the entertainment report. That's when you come back on LMU Tri-State News.
Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Subway of Harrogate and Middlesboro has your fresh interests at heart. On your way to work, try one of our mouth-watering breakfast sandwich or flatbread omelets. If it's lunch or dinner time, choose from our wide selection of classic, select, or premium sandwiches, all made to your order. If you're serving a crowd, Subway has sandwich platters, giant subs, box lunches, and even cookie platters. Whether it's dine in or carry out, you can eat healthy and eat fresh at Subway. Subway, 362 Catawba Avenue in Harrogate and on the corner of the Village Square Mall, Middlesboro.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
It's time for your useless trivia question of the week. What famous scenes in Monty Python and the Holy Grail were done out of necessity? We'll uncover the secret at the end of the segment. Now let's take a look to see what's been happening in entertainment. A new film to depict The Little Mermaid is in the works. According to Deadline Hollywood, Sofia Coppola negotiating to direct the live-action film based off Hans Christian Andersen's classic tale. And Edward Scissorhands writer Carolyn Thompson is writing the script. This Universal Pictures produced film will not follow anything like the 1989 Disney film, according to TheWire.com. But as stated by MoviePilot.com, Coppola's typical moody and atmospheric directing style should work just fine with the tale of a melancholic mermaid princess yearning to be human. Some of Coppola's previous movies include Marie Antoinette and most recently The Bling Ring starring Emma Watson. According to Focus Film, rumor has it that the Harry Potter star is in talks for the lead role of Ariel, but no casting decisions have been made. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is Hercules. This past week, Paramount and MGM revealed Johnson as Hercules along with the film's first teaser trailer at CinemaCon in Las Vegas. According to the Huffington Post, Paramount, MGM, and Johnson have been keeping his look a secret for the past year while filming to build anticipation for the film. Johnson released the first photo on Sunday, March 23rd from his Twitter account. In the photo, he dons a full beard, shoulder-length brown locks, and armor. Get ready to see The Rock battle as iconic Greek hero Hercules when the movie hits theaters July 25th. Are you ready for some action this week? Because Chris Evans is back as Captain America. This second film of the Captain America series picks up where the story left off of Avengers 2. While living in Washington, D.C., Steve Rogers' Captain America learns about an attack on a S.H.I.E.L.D. colleague. Captain America teams up with Black Widow and the Falcon to expose an ever-widening conspiracy despite an unexpected enemy. Watch Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, and Sebastian Stan in Captain America: The Winter Soldier on April 4th. Academy Award winner Halle Berry's new movie Frankie and Alice opens in theaters this week. The movie is based on the true story of a 1970s African-American go-go dancer, Frankie, with multiple personalities. Frankie battles to remain herself despite two very unique alter egos, a 7-year-old child named Genius and a southern white racist woman named Alice. Frankie must work with a psychotherapist to defeat the troubles she faces. Watch Frankie and Alice on April 4th. Coming up in the local community is the performance of Godspell by the LMU Players. Godspell is under the direction of assistant professor and theater director Stephen Haynes.
Godspell is a musical comedy. It's a little different than a lot of musicals you've probably used to in that its structure is a little different. It's basically a retelling of the parables from St. Matthew in the Bible. If you don't know what the parables are, it's the prodigal son, the Good Samaritan, all of those stories that we've all known and heard about. So it's retelling of those parables by a group of players, and interspread through that is a lot of good songs, a lot of good music. I think people can expect an amazing evening of theater. We've got 11 people in our cast, students that are just fantastic, energetic, talented beyond belief. I think everybody will be impressed with that. You know, some shows you go to and you're like, oh my gosh, is this ever going to be over? But this is one of those shows that I think you're going to be like, wow, I've been here that long. I mean, it's that kind of time. It's a really good evening of fun.
Godspell runs April 11th through the 15th. Each performance will begin at 8 p.m. in the Sam and Sue Mars Performing Arts Center in Duke Hall on the Lincoln Memorial campus. The Broadway smash up The Beatles in Rain, a tribute to the Beatles, is coming to Knoxville, Tennessee, and will take you on a journey through the life and times of the band. Expect to hear some of the classics like Hey Jude, I Want to Hold Your Hand, and more. The show is scheduled to run April 5th at 8 p.m. in the Tennessee Theater. Visit KnoxvilleTickets.com for more information. Cirque du Soleil presents Vera Kai, and the show is coming to Knoxville, Tennessee. The show is centered around a world called Vera Kai and how a young solitary man sets off on an absurd and extraordinary adventure. Cirque du Soleil pays tribute to the nomadic soul and the spirit of the circus tradition throughout the performance. Get ready to see this amazing adventure on April 9th through April 13th. Visit KnoxvilleTickets.com for more information. Now, have you figured out which scenes from Monty Python were done out of necessity? Well, the famous coconut scenes in the movie came about because they had to. The production team couldn't afford real horses. With that said, I'm Tiffany Duncan, keeping you up to date on what's going on in the world of entertainment.
That's going to do it this week for LMU Tri-State News. For everyone behind the scenes, I'm Ashley Hurley.